Part 4, Regis of the Orzhov Syndicate. Now, the Orzhov are sort of like the official religion of Ravnica, even though they're not really a religion at heart. They are more of a abusive business. Remind you of anything? I'm sure it does. And, Regis here is a vampire, and he's also a priest in the Orzhov hierarchy. And the Orzhov are represented by white and black mana, as you can probably see in his color scheme. Now, I like the gold sub-theme here because on the magic cards, if you have a card that's more than one color, it usually has like a gold border or something, and that looks really good. So it's about time I got to that on a MOC, and no better does it fit on such a shameless businessman as yourself. Now let's dive right into them plastic shins. So we got just standard Metro feet. Nothing too special, nothing custom at all. Goodness, excuse me. Alright, where were we? So, Metro feet, yeah. We got these Borak eyes there. Kinda nice, I guess. And then we have these lift arms to hold in the ankles. Because Metro feet, they like to slide out a lot. So on his ankles we have the tires, because it looks like crap without them, with this armor anyway. And we have this, well, let me just show you, Oh, come on, state. Okay. Let me just show you. So we have system magic. I don't... Oh, don't fall over. So, yeah. Looks pretty good. Finally fixed the coloring on it. It was all checkered in the mock pages page thing. Moving on up, we have these friction extenders to extend it. Nothing complicated there. Now this shin armor, come on. Now this shin armor may remind you of Elira. It certainly does for me. Yeah, it's alright. Now, his thighs are the only custom limb he has. He's got, well, he's got this connector here, hand connector with a triangle, weird Technic thing. And that just, golly, I don't want to explain all this. So, okay. I kind of like these hero cores because they're really good white greebles. I just struggle to find a place to put them most of the time, but wherever they go, they certainly look good. And then just the standard Inika armor for his thighs. Now, his upper thighs are kind of just like Elira's, but reversed. Like, that's... I was looking at Elira when I made this. There's some good stuff in that mock. Come on, move up. Pelvis. Now this is nice because it looks like his mask. It sort of carries on a theme with his mask, and that's kind of nice. We got these half lift arms there to hold it together because the way it's connected, it's not connected to an axle hole, it's connected through a pinhole, so I have to do extra work to make sure it doesn't wobble. He's got a butt, pretty much the same as what's in front. Now you may see underneath he's got a Visorak torso that's just basically his whole torso. And that looks fine. I mean, it's off color, but I could paint it. No one would care. Now, his belly right here, he's got some system magic going on here with a little... What is that? That's a short little pin. That looks fine. Looks pretty good. Moving on up. Up. So he's got an Ica arm, and shoulder armor. Yeah, shoulder armor for chest armor. And you usually see that on the more female MOCs, and not very often on male MOCs. But let me tell you a secret. I actually couldn't decide on a gender for this MOC. I really couldn't. The thing that really sealed the deal was his shoulder armor right here. Because without it, he just kind of looks... He kind of looks like a woman. Without his bulky shoulder armor. Which is also on a Lyra. But hey, this MOC is unique. Totally unique. My idea 80%. Yeah, that sounds good. But let me talk for a bit about his colors again, because they're a lot more blocked out than they usually are on my MOCs. Because you got this big blobs of black here, big blobs of white. Well, the white is more mixed in, but the big blob of gold on his shins, it's kind of nice to really block it out. Block out the colors. And he's got this nice sheathed sword. We didn't talk about that. Not really a need to. Nothing too special about his arms, just standard CCBS bones. So let's talk about his head, which is by far the most interesting and custom part about him. Because he's got a custom mask, custom head, custom all the ding-dong day. So he's got this huge freaking gold ornamental headdress thing, and you might think that gets in the way. But in Magic the Gathering, I'm pretty sure that your power level is directly proportional to how cool you look. So, this guy gets points for that. So, oof. He's got this little Shadow Leech sort of jewelry thing on his head, because it fits there, first of all. And second of all, it's kind of symbolic of the whole MOC and his guild, really. A leech. And I painted it a little bit with a somewhat more silvery sheen of the color it already had to make it kind of look like jade. And that looks really good. It has a nice contrast in color to the rest, because like we got black and white and gold and nothing else. Orange in his eyes, but it's a nice splash of color, even if it's kind of muted. And so let's take off his mask and look at that custom head. Now you may recognize this custom head. It's the same one on Elegy, except these lift arms curve up to hold in some of the other stuff. And so this headdress is connected via the lift arms. It's got the Hordika neck holding it all together. He's got some system tooth thing, and that looks nice. And on the back, he's got like a little ponytail. It kind of makes him look like the old 2005 Dimir Guildmaster. Who was also a vampire. Maybe some family resemblance. Family connection, something like that. And you can see this piece just connects all of it. I'll take this off for a sec. So it's that piece. Alright, another cool little detail. He's got these Borak eye tooth things for like a collar or something. Looks kind of cool. Let's show him with his weapon real quick. Oh, come on, stop falling apart. Stab it into his hand. And it's the Scrawl sword with the glow in the dark. Looks pretty nice. Although it is sort of big. Because usually when you think of vampires, you think of Soren Markov. And he's got this really thin, realistic looking long sword. And this guy's got this huge freaking LARPy big duct tape black sword of edgelordosity. But hey, it fits in with his color scheme. I do have another sword that might fit him better, but I don't want to get that out right now. I don't want to waste your time. Of course I want to waste your time. Anyway, that's been Regis. Goodbye.